let sine alpha be 12 over 13 and alpha is in between pi over 2, that's 90 degrees to pi. So alpha is in second quadrant, and sine beta be 3 over 5 and beta 0 through pi over 2 means first quadrant. Now we need to find the exact value of tangent to alpha. Okay, if we look at the formula list which is provided, tangent to alpha is given by 2 tangent alpha over 1 minus tangent square alpha. So to find the value of tangent to alpha, we need tangent alpha, and tangent alpha can be found from this information, because we have sine alpha. We are going to draw a right triangle and we can easily find sine alpha. In the same way, cosine alpha minus beta, if we look at the formula list, cosine alpha minus beta is cosine alpha cosine beta plus sine alpha sine beta. So we need to know cosine alpha cosine beta by sine alpha sine beta. So we will be using the triangles, and same thing here. So let's draw the corresponding right triangles. So sine alpha is 12 over 3, and we know that alpha is in second quadrant here. So let's draw a right triangle. So second quadrant here. So this will be the alpha. Okay, this is the terminal side of the angle. So 12 over 3, and sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite ABC, let's say B, and this is C or R, B over C. If we draw a right triangle, so this is opposite, okay, that's B equals 12, and this is C, which is 13. Now we need to know this adjacent A. Okay, and we know that A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A is unknown, A squared plus B is 12, 12 is squared, 144 equals C squared. 13 is squared, 169. Now subtract 144 from both sides. So A squared equals subtract 144, we get 25, and A is square root of 25, which is 5, and A is in the this is 5 plus minus 5, but look, this is going on the negative x-axis from origin. This is on the left, so negative 5. Okay, now we have all three sides, so then we can find any trig function. Let's do the same thing. Beta is in 0 to pi over 2, so first quadrant. So first quadrant here, beta. Let's draw a right triangle. We have again sine. Sine is B over C, opposite over hypotenuse. So B is 3 over C is 5, or you can use R as well. And A is missing. Now we find A using the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. A is unknown. A squared plus B, that's 3 squared 9. C is 5 squared 25. Subtract 9 from both sides. 16. Take the square root plus minus 4. But this is in the positive x-axis, so A is positive 4. Unlike here, that was in the negative side, so A is negative 5. Okay. Now we have all three sides. Here we just found A to be 4. Here we found A to be negative 5. Okay. Now let's find in part A, that's tangent to alpha. This is given in the formula list. Now 2 times tangent alpha. So this is alpha angle. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. So B over A. So that's 12 over negative 5. So 2 times 12 over negative 5. So negative 12 over 5. Or we can write negative on the bottom. Same thing. All over 1 minus tangent alpha square. We just found tangent alpha, negative 12 over 5. So negative 12 over 5 squared. Okay, let's simplify this. So on the top negative 2 times, so we just multiply the top 2 times 12, 24 over 5, that's negative. So negative 24 over 5 all over on the bottom 1 minus this negative is squared, do not multiply these two, negative is squared is positive, 12 over 5 is squared, 12 is square 144 divided by 5 is square 25. Now we need to simplify this complex fraction. So we have negative 24 over 5 on the top all over 1 minus 144 over 25. So we need to make common denominator, because 1 is, we can multiply by 25 over 25, so that 25 is the common denominator. 25 times 125 minus 144. Okay, so that is negative. Now this top fraction is negative 24 over 5. We keep that. Now we change this division into multiplication and flip. Keep, change, flip. So this is 25 over this number. 25 over, what is 25 minus 144? That's negative 119. So negative 119. Now we're gonna get the final answer. Negative negative cancel, or their product is positive. Now 5 divides once, 5 divides 5 times. Okay. Now 119 is not divisible by anything. Negative negative positives. Now 24 times 5, 24 times 5, 120 over 1 times 119, 119. So that's the final answer. Okay, this negative negative cancel, or negative times negative positive. That's part A. Okay, part B, now it's easier. Cosine alpha minus beta, that's cosine alpha cosine beta plus sine alpha sine beta. This formula is given. Cosine alpha, let's look at this triangle. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so negative 5 over 13. So this is negative 5 over 13. Cosine beta, look at this, 4 over 5 plus sine alpha, it was given 12 over 13. Sine beta, it was given, or 3 over 5. Okay, let's multiply these two, multiply and combine. Don't cancel, though 5 cancel, but the bottoms, look at 13 times 5, 13 times 5. We are gonna get the same bottoms, so I'm not gonna simplify. Negative 5 times 4, 20 over 65 plus 12 times 3, 36 over 65. 13 times 5, 65. We have the same bottoms, so 65, negative 20 plus 36. That means 36 minus 20, 16 over 65. And these are relatively prime because they don't have common factors. So this is the final answer. And we have one more, part C, sine beta over 2. Okay, and there is the formula is given. Sine beta over 2 is plus or minus 1 minus cosine beta all over 2. Okay, this is given. Sine beta over 2 is equal to plus minus root 1 minus cosine beta over 2. Look at the given formula list. Now we need to choose plus or minus. Can't be both. Beta is in the first quadrant. Let's go back to the original question. Beta is in the first quadrant, and beta over 2 will be also in first quadrant. Okay, let's say beta is like 60 degrees and beta over 2 will be 30 degrees. That means first quadrant, and in the first quadrant everything is positive, so this is going to be positive. 1 minus cosine beta. Cosine beta we'll find from this right triangle, adjacent over hypotenuse, so 4 over 5. So cosine beta is, by the way, 4 over 5 all over 2. Now simplify this fraction and we have the final answer. Plus, don't have to write. 1 minus 4 over 5. 1 is same as 5 over 5, 5 fifths. Okay, 5 over 5 minus 4 over 5, this is 1 over 5, or 1 minus 4 fifths is 1 fifth all over 2. Okay, this is the original division. Now this is a complex fraction. We keep, change, flip. this 2 is same as 2 over 1 because this is the original division. So that is same as square root, keep 1/5 times 2 over 1 becomes 1 over 2. Okay, that's root 1 times 1, 1 over 5 times 2, 10, 1 over root 10. And by the way, square root of 1 is just 1, so don't have to write root for the top part, and bottom is root 10. Okay, we can multiply this fraction by root 10 over root 10 to rationalize, but that's not necessary, so we can leave here. So 1 over root 10 is the final answer.